Hello and welcome to this video on why some bonsai, or at least parts of some bonsai, should be pruned in winter and not early spring or even into summer. The standard approach to bonsai maintenance, styling and training is to remove unwanted or unneeded growth, excess growth and general maintenance growth in early spring through to mid if not late summer. This choice allows for things like controlled styling, benefits of ramification, and to ensure any floral display and fruit are not lost unexpectedly. While this choice is true, it isn't always right. Sometimes you should remove branches or do other major work in winter. Generally speaking, late winter, but a time between mid and late winter is generally seen as viable. The reason most work is done in spring is your bonsai will grow back, heal, and avoid any issues with disease or pathogen in early spring. The catch to this is that most of the time we are talking about either small or medium-sized branches, or other similar work. The growth that, when removed, has the wounds either healed or at least sealed by the tree in a reasonably short order. The bigger work isn't viable in spring for this reason, for some species. The key word there being some species. Big wounds in spring are an opening for pathogens. By doing the work in winter, you can avoid some of the issues with open wounds. This is because the sap stops, or at least drastically slows down its flow through the cambium in dormant trees. The trees that are not dormant, let's say, in winter, have a slower flow of sap, even if it is not completely stopped. Like blood flow in the human body, this is essential to deliver nutrients and water, but also like the human body, it can carry pathogens and disease away from the site of a wound. Unlike the human body, the bonsai tree won't get sepsis, but it can cause harm, and losing your bonsai to an unfortunate infection is somewhat tragic. This is perhaps the first and foremost reason for pruning some bonsai in winter. In fact, this applies to any tree really, but let's focus on bonsai as a smaller and more manageable example. The lack of sap flow also makes it so your removal of big branches has not opened up the bonsai tree to infection. This is the first and, as mentioned, perhaps the most important benefit of doing this work in winter. Making large cuts or removing large branches in spring can lead to significant sap loss in certain species as well. Birches and maples are notorious for it. That can also serve to weaken the tree. Winter pruning avoids this issue along with the others because the tree is essentially either resting or, in most cases, dormant. Then we have structural development. Winter has certain benefits for many species, and that is mostly going to come down to visibility. You can see the structure of the bonsai. You know where the branches are. There aren't any leaves making it hard to figure out what's going on. And so, you can remove dead branches, branches you don't want or need, or plan the design going into spring without having to worry about what you can't see. Next we have the way the tree won't respond to the work, and it's important to note here it's not responding. If you try and remove the biggest branches from your bonsai, it would normally try and counter this in spring when it is no longer dormant. That is, in spring, the tree would literally spring back by putting on lots of new growth from all the branches that you've removed, and this uncontrolled growth would, well, be uncontrolled and from every branch in every location it can. Think of it like how you would react if someone tried to remove one of your arms without anesthesia. You would probably flail and fight back. Trees can't do this, so they instead grow back with a vengeance, trying to make up for all the lost branches and foliage. During dormancy, the tree is largely unaware of what's going on. Think of it as kind of like anesthesia. So it doesn't really have any way of understanding what's going on, and therefore, without experiencing this, it doesn't react to the situation. There are some species that very specifically need this sort of winter pruning, to be clear. The pines and junipers are the best example in most cases. The reason you do these in late winter, and generally only if you have to in early spring, is that when you are pruning so late in the season, it starts to grow back very quickly, and you can balance that growth, essentially forcing the spring growth that would otherwise go into unwanted branches, leaves, and similar, into, well, branches and leaves that you do want, very simply put. And next is part of why you would otherwise work on pruning your bonsai in spring. And this does explain why, if under any other circumstances, spring is good, but winter is necessary for some. As the branches or part of the trunk are removed towards the end of winter, the bonsai will come out of dormancy and begin to heal the damage that you've done to it. As you can do a lot of damage by removing large branches and not have the tree react with aggressive amounts of growth with all that energy, that energy is now redirected into healing the wounds you made, or at least sealing it. That leads to the closure, or at least control, of major damage quickly at the start of spring. Last, we should go through some of the exceptions to this that are possibly not obvious to you. Evergreens are perhaps the easiest, and, well, they should be pruned lightly in winter, but if you're going to do major work, consider doing this in either late spring or possibly early summer. And the reason you do that is to avoid cutting into new growth. And next we have tropical species, which rather obviously don't ever really enter a period of dormancy, and they seem to be more an exception to the rule. What you should do with these instead is target pruning when they're actively growing. There's generally a seasonal period where that's more pronounced. Doing it at that time essentially makes up for the same sort of effects, that is, you want to recover from it quickly and have the damage controlled as quickly as possible, and best that the tree can manage. And then finally, we have climate. Generally speaking, if you're in an area with a very mild winter, essentially the closer you get to the equator, the less important pruning in, winter becomes. And that's because the differences in temperature, light conditions, so on, tend to have more of an impact. So this is a very circumstantial bit of an issue, let's say, in that it applies very much based on where you are, and there's a significant gradient going from the equator out as to how much it applies to you. This is why the best practice in very broad terms is to prune deciduous trees in late winter. This is going to be basically February and March for the Northern Hemisphere, and basically August, September in the Southern Hemisphere. You want to ensure that you monitor the trees after doing this, mostly going into spring, to make sure they are growing back and that nothing terrible has happened. And to a certain extent, bearing in mind that we have spoken somewhat about pathogens, with bonsai in this case, cleaning your tools and making sure they're sharp is somewhat important. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. And please do post any comments, questions, or suggestions you have below.